We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the New York Giants. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Well, this defense for the Giants, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18. A run here for J.D. McKissic. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Huntley to throw. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one good for 26 and a first down.
That's going to be a good matchup for him. Using him out of the backfield and telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. This is Love. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Coming up on 2nd and 7. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6. To throw, Huntley. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
Really talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Losers in the season opener on Sunday. They get that quick turnaround 96 hours later. Here we go. They're back at it. And I've got to think, especially early in the year, that's a good thing for these guys, is it not?
It absolutely is. And we've seen it many times demonstrated over the years. Teams have a rough opening game, have to play the Thursday game. That quick turnaround allows them to go ahead and throw the other game out, focus on the new one, and typically they play much better in game 2, so I would agree with you totally on that. I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback, but when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, this defense for the Giants, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
First and goal from the 3.
Here's a run with Ballage. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, and this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. They'll run with McKissick. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's Huntley. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Eluding the pressure right. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Throwing, Jones. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a 1st down. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 1st down, Huntley. Buying time to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Off the play fake, Huntley. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
He's checking.
To throw on 2nd down, Huntley.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked up by James Bradbury.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd and 11 now, Jones. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Back to throw. Jones. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, Huntley. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Throw left side, complete to Ingram. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. And Ingram holds it in.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down.
But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
Jonathan Allen coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Another try after the first down sack. Jones, here he's got Graham.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 34-yard line.
Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Space to run past the 20. And finally taken down at the 15.
45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Now after the play, oh man, it's Barkley who appears to be shaken up. He's down. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Jones. Flushed out right.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie first-rounder, Jamin Davis.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Ballage. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. They will run it. It's McKissick. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Huntley.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked up by James Bradbury. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Now Jones throwing on first down. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area, and he just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Jones.
to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
And Jones going to keep once more.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Boy, you know, some plays you can just sort of tell they're not going to work from the start, and that was one of them right there.
Yeah, I mean, he had every option taken away, and so all that was left for him to do was to try and keep it himself, but even he knew that he had nowhere to go.
And Gano's kick is right through. And that'll push the lead up to 17.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
6 yards left on 2nd down.
From the gun, Huntley. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Washington on 3rd down.
They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw again.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Forced out to his left.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. A 1st down carry for Barkley. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Second down, here's Barkley again.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Here's Jones from the gun on third down. Oh, he stays up. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney gets to him for a gigantic loss of 19 yards. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Back to throw. Huntley.
That one caught. It's the rookie De'Ami Brown.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll roll him out right. And incomplete here. So a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. John Ross. His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Giants are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 24. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. This one into the hands of the running back, Ballage. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Off play action. Huntley. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Troy Apke. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
Looking to throw. Huntley.
That one is slant to McLaurin.
And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. De'Ami Brown
with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the interception by the Washington defense leads to a touchdown.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Over the middle, complete. That's Grant. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, They handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Giants, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.